Yeah, hello everyone. A warm welcome to all of you at this TechDrill session, and a warm welcome to you all on behalf of GDG Jalandhar. Today we are here to talk about definitely what TechDrill is, and we'll continue with the session. But I would like to take a moment to welcome you all in the second session under TechDrill, that is for Firebase for Web 02. So here I am, Varsha Jaiswal, the organizer and ambassador at GDC WTM Jalandhar. And I'm very happy to welcome you all today here, along with the mentor who will be talking about Firebase for Web in this 7 days. Before going ahead, I'll just take you through a journey of TechDrill, that how TechDrill, what TechDrill is all about, how it came in picture and everything. So TechDrill is an initiative by GDG WTM Jalandhar, where we thought of providing 7 days tutoring sessions on topics like Firebase, Android, ML, Web, Flutter, etc. We try to give the sessions on from basic to advanced, so that even if you are new in any technology, you can definitely get the gist out of it, and you'll be able to learn more about the same technology in upcoming days. So this week we have planned for the advanced session, intermediate to advanced session of Firebase, and the sessions under TechDrill will be conducted in second and fourth week of everyone throughout the year till December 2021. So, if you need any information, if you want to know more about this, the latest events which will be coming in upcoming weeks, you can definitely hop on to techdrill.jdgjalandhar.com, where you can see all the details about the events, the registration, and each and every details. And if you haven't, if you are not the part of the community, and if you want to know the updates about the same, you can join the JDG Jalandhar community at jdg.community.dev/jdg-jalandhar. I'll share the links in the chat soon. With that, there are definitely a few code of conducts which and the guidelines which we would ask you to follow. Be nice and respectful to each and everyone while interacting. Do not post anything if they are adult content, rude, or offensive. Do not advertise or promote anything here in chat. Do not spam the chat. And if you have spamming does not mean that if you have any doubts, you can't ask twice or thrice. Definitely, you can unmute yourself or you can ask the questions to the mentor. But yes, do not spam with posting anything or same thing again and again. uh, any kind of harassment will not be tolerated. So if you feel like if you are being harassed, you can definitely reach out to us and report to gdgjalandhar So yes, if you feel like okay, what in case if you have any doubts related to the session, and if the session is over or you're looking at the video later on, you can join the Discord server at bit.ly/jdgjalandhar_. There is a separate channel for Firebase for Web 02 where you can ping about your doubts, and we have seen the immense response from the first session, that the audience they help each and everybody. So yes, if you have any doubt, just share your doubts and just ask your doubt there. You can definitely tag your mentor to help you out with the doubts. The certificate of completion will be shared to the participants who will be able to complete the project within the given time. So we will be in throughout this week, we will definitely guide you about what will be the project and all about, but how you can submit the same. The mentor will assist you with all those things. So once you submit the details, we'll be sending out the certificate within a week or 10 days. With that, it takes me immense pleasure to welcome Brijraj Singh, who is a content creator at TechForment. He creates some really awesome videos there. So you can definitely check out the YouTube channel TechForment there. I'll share the link in the chat later. He's also the Google developer expert for web and Firebase. And he just loves working with technologies, clearing out, helping people, clearing out doubts, or building some new projects. So here, if you feel like you want to connect with him, you can connect with him at Brijraj Singh on Twitter. So over to you, Brij. Let's start this first session of Firebase for Web Intermediate to Advanced level. So yes, this journey continues, and let's start. All the best, everyone, and welcome, Brez.
Hi everyone. I'm Vijay, and thank you so much, Varsha, for the introductions. And welcome everyone. My name is Vrijraj, and I'm Google Developer Expert for Web Technology and Firebase. And also, I'm running a YouTube channel named Tech Ferment. And here, I'm going to talk about Firebase hosting. Like as you know, like with the help of Firebase we can build amazing applications. We just need to focus on the front end part. Like if you're working on mobile platform like Android, iOS, or Flutter, you just need to focus on the front end part, means writing your front end logic, maybe integrating your data or securing your front end logic. And Firebase is providing a lot of services. Like you can go for the authentications, you can use Firebase as a database, or you can send notifications to the user with the help of Firebase Cloud Messaging. So like Firebase is providing a lot of services. Like developer need to focus on building applications, no need to manage the infrastructure and all. Yeah, so let's start it with the Firebase again. Like as you know, Firebase is a unified platform for the developers. Developers need to focus on the making your applications, no need to manage the infrastructure. So Firebase has a mission to help the developers succeed. So you can use Firebase for a number of platforms, like if you are working on Android, iOS, Flutter, Web, C++, or even if you are working on game developer platform like Unity, you can use Firebase for that. And then Firebase is providing a lot of services. So like some services is categorized into three things, like build better applications, and then we have improve your app quality, and then we have grow and engage your user. So like these all are the services, just need to focus on the front end part, and you can use these services. Like they are providing functions or set of methods you can use in your applications. Like you can use Firebase authentications, even you can host your website, or you can write your custom business logic with the help of cloud functions. Or if you are working on machine learning, you can use it Firebase. Or if you want to store your data, maybe you can use Cloud Firestore or real-time database. Or sometime you have user-generated data such as image file, audio file, text file, then you can use cloud storage. And then there are pre-built solutions that you can use, cloud functions, which is an extension. And the like second categories, we have improve your app quality. Like there is a section for the crash analytics. You will get the real-time crash report so that you can improve the user experience before they will get the errors and all. And also there is a one of the best thing about Firebase. There is a performance monitoring where you will get the real-time performance report about the applications. Like for example, if I talk about a website having a login page, so like you will get the real-time report, like user need to wait for a 2 second for the authentications. So you can improve that things with the help of Firebase. And even if you are working on mobile platform, you can go for the test lab for checking the user interface, UI UX part, whether the functionality is working on a number of devices or not. And if you can go for the app distributions, like if you're working on AB kind of testing, you can go for it app distribution. And the third, we have grow and engage your user. Like you will get the analytics report, like how many users are visiting your applications or a website, what type of user from which country, from which location, which devices you will get. And also you can use Firebase predictions for getting predictions about the users and services. And then you can also use Firebase as a A/B testing. Like you can test, you have a some you want to give some services to the user, so you can divide the user into two parts, and you can provide a services to the A user and B user for testing purpose. And also you can trigger a push notifications to the user with the help of Firebase cloud messaging. And we have a dynamics links, like if you are working on like Android or iOS. So sometime you have a links in your WhatsApp. So when you open a URL, so there will be options like either you can go for the Android applications, like maybe you have a link for the Facebook. So it will ask you, you can open this link in a Facebook applications, or you can go for the web view. So these all are links is called as dynamic links. Like if you do not have a application installed in your system, it will be redirect to the Google Play Store or any other storage service where they can install the users applications. So like if I talk about the web technologies, so Firebase you can use these all are the services for the web platform. Like first you can go for the authentications, means you can authenticate your user with the help of Firebase authentication in your web page. Like you can create you can authenticate the user. Maybe you can ask the user like for the email and add password, and there is a method like sign up user with email and password, sign in with user with email and password. And you can also authenticate with the help of third party provider like Google, like sign in with Google, sign in with Twitter, GitHub. You can use it with the authentication service. And the second, we have a Firestore. You can use as a database, like it's a NoSQL database. Like we have collections and the documents, like where we can add a data like inside a collections having a multiple documents. So you can do that. And the third, like we have a real-time database, like which is a lighter weight for than the Cloud Firestore, but it is also a database which is lighter version. And and the fourth, you can store your data, like you have user generated data, for example audio file, text file, music file. You can do that, or you can upload in the Cloud File Store, sorry, storage. And the next, we have hosting. Like you can host your web solutions on Firebase hosting. So we'll go for the Firebase hosting one. And next we have cloud functions. Like sometime you need to write your custom business logic, right? Means you can create your custom APIs, REST APIs with the help of cloud functions. And then we have a Firebase extension, which is pre-built cloud functions that you can use. And then we have a cloud messaging, like you can trigger push notifications to the user with the help of Firebase cloud messaging. And the last, we have Firebase dynamic links. So as I told you, like this is just like as a URL, so it will redirect to the applications. So like if user is do not have a that particular application, so it will redirect to the Play Store, and then user need to install the application for accessing that URL. So I'll talk about like this in this day, like talk about Firebase hosting. So what is a Firebase hosting? So Firebase hosting is a service Firebase is providing. With the help of Firebase hosting, you can deploy your website, means static website, into the Firebase server, means the Google server. And one of the best thing about Firebase hosting, like you will get the free SSL certificate for your custom domain, and your website, means the index file like HTML code, CSS code, or JavaScript code, will be stored in the SSD, like solid state drive. And these like system these drives are very faster than as compared to the normal standard drives. And you can deploy a website just a single command. Just you need to type Firebase deploy, and you can deploy your website. And your website will be cached to the n number of reasons services. You can your website will be too much fast just because of CDN, Continuous Delivery Network. So why Firebase hosting? As I told you again, Firebase hosting is easy. You just need to follow a few commands like Firebase deploy, Firebase serve, and that's it. And then like SSD backed hosting, like your HTML, CSS, or JavaScript, or audio, text file, media file, or image file will be stored in the SSD, and it will be cached during in the nearest data center, and so that website should be will be very fast. And then you will get the free SSL certificate, your custom domain, and here. And one of the best thing about Firebase means you can manage your uh, the version. Like first, for example, I have a website and I have deployed my website uh, at for example at 7 a.m., and now I have redeployed my website at 8 p.m., so I can roll back to my website to the 7 a.m. So you can do that with the you can manage the release version with the help of these things. So for Firebase hosting, what you have to do, first you need to install Node.js in your system. Like if you're working on Mac OS, you have to download Node.js, or if you're working on Linux or Windows, you can go to the website Node.js and you can download the Node.js LTS version. And after Node.js, you just need to install Firebase CLI. So for installing Firebase CLI, you have to go to the terminal. Like if you're working on Mac OS, just go to the terminal and then you need to type this command npm install -g Firebase tools. So with the help of this command, you can install the Firebase CLI command line in tools. Or if you're working on Linux, you have a terminal. Again, you can go for it. Or if you're working on Microsoft Windows, so maybe you can go open CMD or PowerShell or Git Bash or any other tools. You can use it. Okay, so and then first we have to install Node.js and then need to install Firebase CLI, and then I need to authenticate my CLI with my Google account. So first we need to type this command in the terminal, is which is one a Firebase login. So with the help of Firebase login, this command you can authenticate your Firebase CLI with your Google account. And then whenever you want to deploy your website, first you need to initialize your project. So first you need to type this command in the terminal, which is Firebase init. And then for checking the website in the local machine, you can go for the command Firebase serve. And for deploying your website, you just need to type Firebase deploy. That's it. So this is a simple step. So I'll share my full screen and then we'll show you a demo how we can start. Okay. Okay, so first for the Firebase hosting, what I have to do, I have to go to the Node.js. So this is a website for the Node.js, and you have to download Node.js LTS version. So this is a Node.js version. So you can download the Node.js, and after Node.js, you can open the CMD or PowerShell, or if you are working on code editor, which is a VS Code. So you can go to the terminal. So this is a part, and here is a terminal, and here you can type the command Firebase install -g, and then you need to type Firebase -tools, and that's it. So with the help of this command, you can install Firebase CLI. Okay, so first you need to check whether the Firebase CLI is installed or not. Just type Firebase, and within a few seconds you will get the things this will be. So like my Firebase CLI is installed, and this is the few command that you can use for the Firebase CLI. Okay, so now what I want to do, I want to log in my Google account with this Firebase CLI. So I'll just type Firebase login. With the help of this command, you can authenticate your Firebase CLI with your Google account. So I'll just type Firebase login and then press enter. Okay, so then it will ask you for the permissions, like yes, I want to go for the informations, and you will go to the browser, and then you need to give the permission for your Google account. So I'm giving this permission, and my Firebase CLI logged in successfully. Okay, so I have logged in with my Google account in Firebase CLI. So what you can do, I'll just clear the screen, yeah, and then we'll type again Firebase login. Just wait for a minute. Sorry. Yeah, so I'll just type once again like Firebase login, and it will give you this thing like you are already logged in with your Google account. So I have logged in with this Gmail ID, the Google account. So I can use Firebase CLI. Now, what I want to do, I have to go for the Firebase. So I'll just type the URL firebase.google.com. Okay, so this is a Firebase page. So now you need to go to the console. So in the top right, so there is a button, go to the console. And this is a Firebase console. Here you can create a project. So let's suppose I want to create a project. So I'll click on add project, and here you need to type your project name. So here, let's suppose I'll write Firebase hosting hyphen VDT. Okay. And this is a project ID. So this is the ID. You can change your ID based on uh, your decision. And then you can click on the continue button, and then we have a section for the Google Analytics. So right now we are not working with Google Analytics, so I'll just uncheck this one and then click on create project. So it will wait for a few seconds, and here, yeah, my Firebase project is ready. So I'll click on the continue button, and I will redirect to the my Firebase project. So this is my Firebase project console. So my project name is Firebase Hosting hyphen GDG, and this is a home page for this project. And these all are the services I can use in for my applications. Like I can go for the authentications, Firestore as a database, or I can use real-time database, or I can go for the storage, or if I want to deploy my website, then I need to go for the hosting part, or I can write my custom business logic with the help of cloud functions. Or if you are working on machine learning, you can use it. Or these are all are the services like crash analytics, performance monitoring, test lab, app distributions, and these all are the things. So right now we are working on the hosting part. So what I'll do, I'll go to the VS Code editor, and this is a terminal. Okay, so I can close this terminal. I will open a folder. So in the desktop, I have a folder name is Firebase Hosting. So inside this folder, I will create a one folder. Let's say my website is website one. So I'll create a website here in this folder, and this will work as a server. So here I will open this folder in VS Code editor. Okay. So this is my VS Code editor, and I'm inside this folder, and we'll go to the terminal once again. And yes, now for it, now I need to initialize my Firebase project. So I'll type Firebase init for initializing your Firebase project. Maybe you have to wait for a second. Okay, so now you're yeah. Are you ready to proceed? Yes, I'm ready to proceed. So I'll press click on the Y button and then press, and then you can select the services. So right now we are working on the hosting. So I'll just select the service with the space bar. So I can press enter, and then you need to select the project. So either you can go for the existing project or you can create your project here. So I'll go for the existing project. So here in the Firebase, so I have created a project name is Firebase hosting -gdg. So I'll select Firebase hosting -gdg. So this one is a project and then press enter, and then here it will ask what do you want to use your public directory. Public directory means the this is a directory where you have to upload your HTML code, CSS code, or JavaScript code or a file. So here you can add the name of the directory. So maybe you can add a name of the directory as a public. Inside public folder your website code will be deployed. So this is a public directory, and then press enter. And again, this question is for the single page applications. So we are not working on a single page application. So I'll just type and then press enter. And the next part is for the CID/CD part, like continuous integration and deployment. So we are not working with GitHub Actions. So I'll just type press and then my Firebase hosting is a slide. So if you go to the project directory, so we have some file and a directory. So inside public directory, we have some file index.html, which is a by default file, and the 404.html, which is again a by default file. And outside this public directory, we have three files. So first file is Firebase SRC. So this one is for the configuration file, which is connected with the project ID. So this is my project ID. And then we have a git ignore. So we can use git ignore for the GitHub repository. And the last we have firebase.json file, which is most important file for the Firebase hosting. So right now we are using Firebase hosting, so that's why we have written Firebase. And then we have a key value pair, which is a JSON file. So we have a directory name is public, so that's why we have written public. For example, if you want to change your file, so just file name is maybe you can use as a server. So server is where you can upload your HTML, CSS, or JavaScript code. So this will be a server. So here you have to type server. That's it. So from this directory, your file will be deployed into the Firebase server. And then we have ignore file. So means for Firebase hosting, I'm ignoring this file, node module and all. So now we need to run a command. We have a two commands, Firebase serve and Firebase deploy. So with the help of Firebase serve, you can check your website in your local machine. So just type in the terminal, just type Firebase serve. So if you have any question, you can ask me the questions right now, maybe, or we'll go to the demo part. Yeah. Okay, so with the help of Firebase Serve, you can serve your website into the local machine. So this is a URL localhost/5000. So I'll just open a localhost colon 5000, and this is my website which is running from the local machine. And here we have a file inside server. We have a file index.html and 404.html, which is a by default file. So these all are the by default code. So what we can do, I can remove these code and I can write my entire HTML logic. So this is a by default HTML syntax. And inside body, let's say I want to write a heading. So here, let's say I'll write Firebase hosting and we'll type 02 and then save and then just reload the page and you will get Firebase hosting. So maybe here you can add more paragraphs. So let's suppose I'll adding a random Laravel episode. So I'll just save and then reload the website. So right now my website is working from the local machine. Now I need to deploy this website. For deploying this website, so I can close this process in Windows with the help of Control C. And then you need to type same command Firebase serve, not serve, just type deploy. So with the help of this command Firebase deploy, your website going to deploy into the Firebase server. So type Firebase deploy and then press enter. Okay, so my file is going to deploy, and these all are the things like two files found in the server directory. So this is a server directory, and we have a two file, and then file the upload complete and finalizing the version and releasing the version. And this is a URL for the hosting URL. So I'll just copy this URL, or you can open this URL into the browser. So this is a localhost URL. I can close this one and I'll go to open a new tab and then press enter. So this is my website, which is running from the Firebase server. So I can share this one. Okay, so this is the same thing. Now, like for the Firebase hosting, if you go to the Firebase hosting and just wait for a second, and here you can get the website. And this is a Firebase release history. So right now I have deployed a website on 1935, means 735. And now let's suppose I have change like Firebase hosting, and this will hyphen I'll type advanced. I'll save and then we'll type Firebase deploy again. Okay, so my Firebase hosting is done and reload this website, and then we have a text advance. Okay, so right now I'll reload this page. Okay, so this is a domain here. Here we have a by default domain, and this is the version. So right now we have deployed the website as 736, and this is a current version, and this is the last version. The version is this one, and this is the email ID from this user have uh, deployed the website. So we can also roll back the website. Right now this website is working on the advanced part with the advanced text. So I can roll back this website. So I'll just click on the three button and then click on the rollback. So yeah, so my website is rollback, and I will reload this page. Yeah, so that's it. So my website is working. So here you can manage the releases. Like version history, you can manage the version, like if you have deployed something, maybe for the A/B testing you can use, or maybe if you have some issues or error in the uh, like latest version, so you can roll back that website. So I can roll back website into the latest version. So I can here click on the rollback. So I'll go to the advanced version once again. Okay, now we have a sections for the uses. This one is for the storage. So you can get you have a storage. So right now we have not using storage because the size is very low, like index file. And here you can get the downloads report. And then if you go to the dashboard, so we have a section for the Firebase, like this is a Firebase ID for the project. And then here we can connect our domain. So for example, I have purchased my domain from GoDaddy. So for example, I have purchased my domain, let's say with gdg.com. Okay, so this is a domain I have purchased from Google, not a GoDaddy. So I'll click on the continue button, and then you have to go to the GoDaddy, and then we have a section for the DNS. I can show you the GoDaddy DNS sections. So this is a GoDaddy website. So I'll just logged in with my user ID. Okay, so this is a GoDaddy dashboard. Here we have a section for the DNS management. So we have a DNS management system section, and then we have a DNS record. So we have records like A records, NS record, TXT records. So we can use. So first we need to add this TXT records. So I'll just copy this value, and then click on the add button, and then we have a type. So we have a type is txt records, so we have to select this txt as a records, not mx. And then here need to pass the host, so my host is with gdg.com, and then here you have to paste with gdg.com, and this is a value, and this is a value, and then you can add a ttt TTL, and then click on the save button. And after DNS verifications, then you need to add a record. So you will get the IP. So here is a IP for my domain. So I have a record, and this is the value for the IP. So after this step, you can connect with your custom domain, and then you can able to see your website, which will be coming from the Firebase hosting. Okay, and then now I'll show you how we can create a multiple website with the help of Firebase in a single project. So if you go to the bottom section, and then we have a section for the advanced. Okay, so in the advanced part, we have options for add another website. So let's say I can add another website is Firebase hosting uh, from zero to like and then save. So this ID is available. So maybe we can add GDG02. I'll add GDGWTM or Jalandhar. Site is unavailable. Maybe here you can test. Yeah. So we have inside this project, we have a two website in the hosting sections. So right now we are So right now we are using this part Firebase hosting GDG, and now in this project we have another website we can deploy from this project. So what we can do, I'll create a new window. I'll create a new window here, and then I'll open a folder. So I'll go to the directory, and then we have a folder website one. So we have these by default file. So what I'll do, I'll create a new directory for the website two. So I'll type website 2, and then I will open this website 2 folder in the VS Code editor. So we have two VS Code editor. First one is for the website 1, and second one is for the website 2. So this is my website 2. So now again for the Firebase hosting, we need to connect those things. So I'll go to the terminal, and then we need to type Firebase init. So yes, I'm working on Firebase hosting. So just type yes, and then select Firebase hosting and then press enter. And then we have a section for the existing project. So you can go for the existing project. And here my project name is Firebase hosting GDG. And here we can add a directory name. So let's suppose my directory name is a public. And then right now I'm not using single page application, so I'll just type no. And we are not using GitHub CI/CD, so I'll just type no. And we have a directory. This one is for the public file. So yeah. So we have a same directory. We have a firebase.json file, and we have a public directory. So I have two websites in a same project. So what I'll do, I'll create a new file index.html in the website 2. Here in the HTML sections, here let's say I will type website 1. Okay, no, this one is a website 2, and we have a different project. So we have different Firebase. This one. So this is a server directory and inside HTML folder. So let's say here at h1, here we'll type website 01. Okay. So in the free website, we can deploy this website here. Okay. So I'll reload this page. This is the same domain. This is the website 1. And now we have a website. I need to deploy my second website in this part. So what I want to do, so I'll go to the website 2 part. This is a VS Code editor for the website 2. And then we'll go to the firebase.json file. And inside here, we need to add a a property, a key value pair, which is a site, and I want to deploy this website for, I'll click on the hosting part. Uh, yeah, so we have a two website. So I need to define like whenever I click type Firebase deploy, so my website is going to deploy it in this particular part. So I'll just copy this ID and I will paste it here. Okay, so like this VS Code editor or this website is connected with this part, and I need to connect this one. So I'll go to the VS Code editor for the website 1, and then we need to add a property. So we have a key value pair site and then colon, and then we need to pass this project ID, and that's it. Okay, so I'll deploy the website into the website 2 part. So I'll just type Firebase deploy. And this is a in the square bracket you will get the ID. So I'm hosting this website in this particular ID. So this is a URL, or you can go to the view part, and here again you can create a domain, and here is a version, and this is a URL, and this is for the website 2, and this one is for the website 1. So this is how you can deploy multiple website in the same single project. Okay. So do you have any questions right now? We can go for the questions, and otherwise we can go for the advanced part. Okay. Now I'll show you how we can cache the data in the website in the Firebase hosting. So caching is a way, like first, for example, if you deploy a website, like I'll open a pane. Okay. So let's suppose I have deploy my website into Mumbai region. So Okay, so my website is deployed into the Mumbai region, and someone from Africa, let's suppose the user will open the website from Africa. So my first that the website will be served from the Mumbai server for the first time. But again, for the Firebase hosting, will do it will cache your data for the nearest location. So, like what Firebase hosting will do, we will it will create another copy nearest to the Africa user, so that it will be very fast. So we can do that that things for the caching. So if we want to cache the data, so what you have to do for the caching, you need to config here. So I have created a repository that you can go for the caching. So just share the URL, Firebase for web, and then you can go for the hosting. Okay, so this is a simplest example. I'll show you first in the code. Like we have a hosting. So as I told you, hosting we can add, and then we have a site where we can add a ID for the multiple website, and then we have a directory. So we have a directory is a dist. So I need to deploy my website from the dist directory, and then we have a ignore section, and then we have a section for the rewrites, like if the user will open the website and slash type xyz or something, yeah, the URL, the website will be redirect to the index.html page. So and then we have a header section. So with the help of this header section, we can cache the data to the nearest server. So we have a header. So I'll just copy this code and I will explain one by one. So we have a hosting part, and then inside hosting, here we'll type header. It will work as a array of object, and then we have a section. So first I'll show you, I'll copy and I will explain. Okay, so first this one is for the cross origin, like whenever like in the, let's suppose in the public directory we have a file, like font file, like font, we are using multiple fonts in the website. So we can use we can allow the origin for the font, maybe the extension as .np, .w, off, or font.css. So we can do that for the cross origin. And for the hosting, not caching, so we can go for the caching. So I'll just add multiple property, so I can cache the images. So I can cache the images having an extension like jpg, jpeg, gif, or png file. And for the header, we can pass the key value pair. So we have a key is a cache control, and this is a value for the cache. So the best practices for the cache value, you have to use max edge, and this is a value for the cache. And similarly, you can cache the JavaScript file or CSS file. You can do that. So I'll just copy and I will add another. So we can cache the file, we can cache the CSS file or JavaScript file. And if you're working on SVG file or minified CSS file, so you can do that. So I'll just copy and I can paste this website here. And this one is for the font, and this one is for the svg file, this one is for the minified file, css file. So this is how we can cache the data in the Firebase hosting. You just need to add a property heading. Inside heading you have to pass these things. Okay, so do you have any confusion? Okay, so we use caching for the fast performance, like if there are a lot of accessing a website from the different locations. So if the website is cache is more than like 400 GB or 500 GB, so your website will be more performant and fast and secure with the help of caches. Okay. Okay, so this is how you can cache the website, and with the help of site as a property, you can deploy multiple website from in a single project. And also you can use Firebase CI/CD tools. Like if you are working on GitHub repository, you can connect with Firebase hosting with like CI/CD tools like GitHub like Circle CI or Traverse CI. You can do that. Like whenever the user will update the GitHub repository, it will connect with the CI/CD tools like Traverse CI or Circle CI, and then that CI tools automate your build the solution and deploy your website automatically. So you can do that. So any other doubt as of now? Yeah, I can give you the CI/CD tools. I can show you the demo for in tomorrow. Will that works for you? We'll use Circle CI for the Firebase hosting. Okay, so like for CI/CD, you can use multiple things. Like we have a Traverse CIs, CIs, Traverse CI. Yeah, so this one, so we can use Traverse CI or you can use Circle CI. So you just need to log in with your GitHub account, and then you can authenticate your GitHub. And here we can authorize my CI. I'll just type, and this is a CI tools. So right now I'm so also working on CI/CD. So this is a CI/CD tools we have working on. So like it will automatically deploy your website. Okay. So any other doubt? Like I have talked about two things, like how we can deploy multiple website in a single project, or how we can cache the data, like image file, TXT file, or maybe SVG file. Okay, so I'll show you the real use case how we can use like multiple project in a single multiple website in a single project. So let's suppose I'll show you the real demo for my website. My website is bridgerod.xyz. So this is a website, and I have a two website in a single project. So first website is a main website, and second I have created an admin portal for this one. So I'll show you the hosting part. So we have a three sections. So first is auth bridge raj and manage bridge raj and web bridge. So web bridge is this one, bridgeraj.xyz, and then I have created another web application for the admin. So as a admin, I can add the data, I can like add the experience, I can add the project, and I can add the talks, view, and all kind of things. So in a single project, I'm creating multiple websites. So this is how we can do that. Okay. So any other doubt? Okay. So Firebase hosting is simple. You just need to install Firebase CLI and then authenticate your CLI. And then we have a two command Firebase serve for checking the website in the local machine. And for the deploying, you just need to type Firebase deploy. And then we have a file, firebase.json file, which is a configuration file for the Firebase. And then we have a section, site section. Yeah, yes, you can. For that, you can configure that thing for the dynamic URLs. Yes, you just need to add the data, a few things in the firebase.json file. So you can go for the documentation debug for the file dynamic links. I'll show you. I have implemented that thing. So I'll suggest you always go for the documentation, because they will update the documentation in a weekly. So like we have a section for the dynamic URLs, and then we have a section for the use as a custom domain. So you can create a dynamic URLs. So with the custom domain. So here we have a section for the Firebase. Yeah. So this one you have to add this thing in the hosting Firebase.json file. Okay. Yeah. Any other doubt? Okay, so today I have talked about Firebase hosting in advance, and now tomorrow I'll talk about Firebase cloud messaging. We will create two applications, like one from one page we can trigger a push notifications to the user, so we can send a push notification with the help of Firebase Cloud Messaging. So I'll show you how we can use Firebase Cloud Messaging for sending a push notifications. So we have a two web page. From first web page, we will type some message, and when we click on the send message, and then notification sent to the web page. Like you will get the notification from the WhatsApp or Facebook. We can do that with the help of Firebase Cloud Messaging. Okay, and in day three we will cover Firebase Cloud Functions in advance. Like we can create a REST APIs with the help of Firebase Cloud Functions, and then in day four we will use Firebase Cloud Firestore for how we can secure our database, and how we can use the REST APIs with the help of Cloud Firestore. And the D5 will go for the cloud functions, how we can create a backup with help of cloud functions. And the D6 is for the security, how we can secure our applications. Maybe it will be related to database, storage, hosting, many more things. And in D7, we will create advanced so web application with the help of these things. Okay. Okay, Abhijit, yes, you can go for like if you have a knowledge of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, you can go for this series. You just need to focus on like how we can create a web page, like with the help of these things, like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And JavaScript is a simple thing, like you just need to know few things, like where A is equal to something, where B is equal to something, where C is equal to A plus B, and how we can print the data with the help of JavaScript. And that's it. JavaScript is very simple language. And I have created a web video for the JavaScript. So if you have a knowledge of JavaScript, if you have a basic knowledge of JavaScript, you can go for that video where I've explained the JavaScript uh, objects, and how we can call the event, and how we can use the functions and all. Yeah, sure. I'll share the URL for the JavaScript. Okay. So if you do not have a doubt, if you have any issues, you can reach out to me on Discord server. You just need to ping me, and I'll try my best, and I'll give you the answer those questions. So thank you so much for today, and we'll see you in tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.